And welcome everybody to Central Valley Today. I'm Stephanie Bainham.
And I'm Alex Delgado. Happy Monday to you and to everyone out there joining us. Thank you for being here.
That's right, and we're going to start today with a fun but also potentially dangerous holiday that's right around the corner. We're talking about Halloween safety, folks.
That's right, trick-or-treating is definitely part of the fun, but did you know that twice as many child pedestrians are killed while walking on Halloween compared to other days of the year? In fact, studies show that 12% of kids under the age of 5 are actually allowed to trick or treat alone.
That's right, and joining us now with some safety tips is Christina Pasma. She's the trauma nurse liaison and Safe Kids Central California coordinator at Valley Children's Hospital. Christina, great to see you.
Nice to see you both. Thank you so much for having me on here.
And we were talking that this is both of our favorite holidays.
Yes.
It's such a good one, but it also can be dangerous. Why?
Well, it's a lot of fun. Working at a pediatric trauma center, this is probably one of the busiest nights of the year that we see. We see a lot of kids that unfortunately they get hit by cars out trick-or-treating, you know, running, and they're really excited. Their parents are very excited.
Yes.
And what should be a fun holiday for them ends up being a really painful one for them.
So let's get to some tips really quickly when it comes to trick-or-treating. I can't believe that some parents, well, I don't know, leave their kids under the age of 5 to go trick-or-treating. That's definitely a no-no.
It's actually recommended that children under 12 and under trick-or-treat with an adult.
Okay.
And then kids that are older than 12, that they either trick-or-treat in groups and especially in areas that they know well.
I like that you said stick to a planned route. So if your over 12-year-old wants to go with their friends, okay, but stick to this route, honey, and don't.
And that way their parents or their guardians know where they're at, you know, if anything should happen.
Now, you talked about walking, because a lot of us walk with our kids, and you're so right. These neighborhoods get so crowded. A lot of these neighborhoods get crowded. So many cars. What should we be thinking about when we are walking?
So when you're walking, as Stephanie said, you want to make sure that you stay to a planned route, stay on sidewalks. Try to avoid going in and out of the street as much as possible. If you do have to cross the street, you want to make sure that you're crossing at corners and using the crosswalk whenever possible. Essentially the same rules of the road that we follow every other day of the year, we need to follow on Halloween just as well.
And what do you want drivers to know? Because I myself sometimes reverse out of my driveway and I almost hit a walker, but I look and I don't, but I mean, it's even more crucial for drivers.
Absolutely, absolutely. We see a lot of what we call vehicle backovers, and so people that get in a hurry to go wherever they're gonna go don't realize that there's kids back there and small children you can't even see in your rearview mirror. So we usually recommend that you get out, take a loop around your car, and when you are pulling out, pull it out at a slow speed, or even when you're driving through the neighborhood, drive at a slow speed.
I like how you say make eye contact with either the driver or the walker. Okay, let's talk costumes a little bit, because it's important to have a bright costume, you say, right?
Yeah, actually I brought a couple examples today. So one is, it's the name of it is actually called the shadow costume, which is the black one.
Okay.
This black one.
Essentially, the child would be dressed completely in black, including a black. There's like a black cloth that goes over their head. They have black gloves, and it has like some sunglass type things with it. So if your child wants something like that, and this is actually my son's costume, parents have to adapt it for it to be safe. So I brought some glow sticks.
And I think I've seen this, Christina.
Bring the glow sticks for the costume to make them stand out.
Yep, hang it from a neck like a necklace. You can put reflective tape on there. They have zipper pulls that are reflective. And we also, here's another example of something that you can we have the child wear, so it's like a reflective slap band.
Okay.
So as they're out walking around,
slap it on me, Christina. See how it works. Oh, okay.
And the kids love it, but it kind of drives the parents a little crazy.
But hey, if it keeps you safe,
it does keep them safe.
Talk about Cleopatra hair. I think that's one of my favorite costumes.
I know. Is there something? Is this?
Is it because it's lighter?
Well, this one is actually longer. And so when you're looking for a costume that's long or billowy, especially for your young ladies, you want to make sure that it doesn't interfere with them walking, that they're not easily tripping on it or getting it caught on something. And this is actually my daughter's costume.
Oh, there you
So
go.
the ways that you would adapt that is you could put like a belt on it.
Okay.
Or even hem it up if that's what you need.
Okay.
You brought a little light here. Is that something we should carry?
So this is an example of some things that you can have to kind of have your child show up a little bit better. But the reason actually that I brought that light is it has something in it called a button battery. And button batteries are very, very common. It's essentially like a watch battery.
And which one is it? It's this little lantern?
In this little lantern right here.
Let's zoom in on it.
Yeah.
So on the very bottom of it, it's actually really easy to open up. So small children, especially toddlers, preschoolers, are typically able to open those up and they swallow them and it gets caught in their throats.
Like if I just went like this, or wait, oh, I see.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very difficult even for an adult to get open, so imagine a little person, it probably wouldn't take them very long.
So you're saying be careful with little parts that come on these Halloween.
Yep, and really you see them any time of the year. So typically we hadn't been seeing them in Halloween things, but we're starting to see more now.
What's this thing?
So this is like another, like one of those light up glow sticks that you could have your child carry. So, you know, if you don't have a flashlight or you're not able to buy a flashlight, these are sold at the dollar store.
Fun.
And that way your child can be seen.
Okay, so let's talk really quickly candies and then obviously masks versus makeup.
Sure. So candy, first of all, there's two things. Number one, you want to kind of control what your kids are going to eat.
Yeah.
Because the day after Halloween tends to be the busiest day in the ER for stomach pain. Yeah, because everybody comes in either with vomiting or they have really bad stomach pain. So you really don't want them eating a whole lot of it that night. And the other part of it is, you know, these are strangers that you're getting candy from. So you want to make sure that you're checking it. Make sure that the wrappers are intact. And, you know, if it's in question, you want to toss it out.
We can't forget that scene in Halloween with the apple and the razor. Remember that?
Ooh, very scary.
I keep thinking of that.
And real fast, we're out of time, but your comments on the masks
So,
and makeup.
the makeup here you would use in replacement of a mask. Masks are very difficult to see out of. And so instead of putting a mask on over their face, you would put the makeup on so that
they can still see.
They can still see and they still have their costume.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for all these tips.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Very important to have fun,
Thank
but
you
be
so much.
safe on
Absolutely.
Halloween. Thanks so much.
Your kids have some great costumes, by the way.
And don't go anywhere, folks. Up next, hair color gone wrong. The experts on Planet Hair have some advice if you color your hair, but don't do it yourself. Trust them. We're next.